At the stadium. Mark Ray, who kicked off, also made the stop for Bishop Dwenger. Ed Fox, the coach of the Carroll Chargers, and Carroll 6-4 going into this game. They have sectional victories over Angola, and last week a very impressive win over Whitco. Bishop Dwenger, coached by Andy Johns, 9-1 going into the game. Their only loss to Northside, the final regular season game. They've defeated Concordia and Tippecanoe Valley. First and 10 Carroll from their own 29. Jim Fox, the coach's son, the quarterback. They run it out of the wishbone, and the ball carrier is Myers, and Myers cracks out to the 35-yard line and picks up 6 before Rob Minetti brings him down. Jim Fox, the quarterback. Todd Dunn is the fullback. Rod Myers at one halfback spot, and Brian Murphy and Matt Sheehan will alternate at the other. The ball just outside the 35, where it's going to be second and a long three. On your TV, Carroll in the white uniforms, and here is Murphy carrying, and he is in first down territory to the 40, with Matt Peters making the stop, the nose guard for Bishop Dwenger. So Carroll picks up a first down on 2 carries. 6 yards by Myers, 4 yards by Murphy, and it's first and 10 at the 40-yard line. Alan Henson is our spotter for the Carroll Chargers. Nick Gross for Bishop Dwenger. Mark Benson has been spotting Dwenger, but he's back in uniform for the Saints. After getting over his case of mono, they go to the fullback, Todd Dunn, and Dunn cracks straight ahead for 4. Again, it's Peters on the stop. The ball out at the 44-yard line, where Carroll has a second down and 6.
Matt Peters made the stop. Excuse me. Matt Peters made the stop.
Carroll, a team that doesn't throw much. They run Dunn, Myers, and Murphy. And this time it's the quarterback on a sneak, and he is into Dwenger territory. Fox carrying. He gets across the 50-yard line all the way to the 46-yard line. That's a pickup of 10 yards in the play, and also another first down for Carroll, which is their second. Kevin Bird making the stop for Dwenger. So Carroll marching on their first possession. First and 10 at the Dwenger 46. So now Fox, Dunn, Myers, and Murphy have each carried the ball once. And Carroll has picked up 24 yards and 2 first downs in the process. Fox giving to Murphy, and Murphy still on his feet as he cracks down to the 35. Back at the 40. Kevin Bird with the stop. It's a 6-yard pickup to the 40-yard line. And Carroll picking up yardage by big chunks here in this first possession. The ball at the 40-yard line. Now Sheehan is in. Sheehan and Murphy will alternate, bringing in the plays, and Fox has a 2nd and 4 facing him, and he gives off to the fullback, Dunn. Dunn is quite close to a first down territory. I think he's going to be a yard short. Peters comes in to make the stop. Peters has made a lot of stops for Dwenger in the early going. Now Murphy is back in, as Murphy and Sheehan alternate. 3rd down and 1, and the ball is at the Dwenger 37-yard line. The winner of this Dwenger-Carroll game plays the New Prairie Northwood winner in the regional next week. Here's 3rd and 1, and it is Rod Myers. There's a fumble on the play. I think it's after the whistle, though. It is, and it's going to be a first down.
Rod Myers carried.
Neil Collardo made the stop. The ball is just inside the 30-yard line.
Down is on the ball is on the
Carroll marching.
inside the 35 of Dwenger.
35-yard line instead of the 30-yard line. So first and 10. Trying to see the yard markers. And Dwenger is standing in front of them on this side of the field. It's 1st and 10 from the 35. And the ball goes off to Myers. Myers off the right side, and he gets about 4 yards in the play. As Thea Cable enters the picture for the first time in the game to make the stop. And that's a name you'll hear plenty on defense. Pelkington also in there from his defensive end position. It's about a 3-yard pickup, leaving it 2nd down and 7. Carroll has held the ball almost 5 minutes. Tippecanoe held the ball 8 minutes and 11 seconds at the start of the game last week. Action along the line of scrimmage as the ball goes to Dunn, and Dunn goes nowhere, maybe a yard. But I didn't see any flags go down either. Thea Cable was in on the stop. It looked like there was some action, but no flag, so it's going to be 3rd down. 3rd down and 6 yards needed for a 1st down for the Chargers. They have the ball at the Dwenger 31-yard line. Dwenger has 6 men up on the line of scrimmage, and here is Fox going around the right side. He has a lot of running room, 1st down and more, as he is driven out of bounds on the far side of the field by Manetti at about the 20-yard line. Another 1st down. That's 4 1st downs for Carroll. 1st down and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Brought the ball in and is on the 30-yard line of the Saints. Carroll has a 1st and 10.
Carroll keeping the ball on the ground and moving against the Saints. They've rolled to 4 straight 1st downs. And it is Myers. Myers going off the right side, gets 2, maybe 3 yards at the most. And Pelkington is in on the stop, and the officials are going to hold the gain to just 1 yard as they mark it at the 19. 2nd down and 9 to go. Jim Fox coming up with a big 3rd down run. 2nd and 9 at the 19-yard line. Carroll has used up more than half of the 1st quarter in this drive. We're underneath the 6-minute mark already. 2nd and 9. Now Fox is going to try to come around this side, and he gets away from a couple of tacklers and inside the 10-yard line. Gets another 1st down. Pickup of 10 on the play as they move the ball inside the 10. That's 5 1st downs for Carroll. Now it's going to be 1st and goal to go. The ball just barely inside the 10-yard line. They cannot get a 1st down without scoring. An impressive opening drive by the Chargers. And it's pitched to Murphy going around the right side, and he is brought down for a loss. He ran into Pelkington and Collardo. And he loses 2 on the play. 2nd down and 11 to go. See what the Dwenger defense can do against this Carroll wishbone. So far, the wishbone has been very effective, as the Chargers have moved to 5 1st downs, and Dwenger has not even seen the ball yet. Shades of Tippecanoe Valley when the Vikings held the ball for 8 minutes, 11 seconds. 2nd and 11. Now it's Fox, and he tries to find running room, and he's still on his feet, but they really was down. Down at the 9-yard line. His knee touched the ground, and it's going to be a pickup of about 2. Manetti getting the stop. That's the 2 that they lost just a moment ago, so it's 3rd and goal. And Carroll is coming up to the 8-minute mark of holding on to the ball. It's 4:15 left in the 1st quarter. They have a 3rd down and goal from just inside the 10. And right now, Carroll has held the ball for exactly 8 minutes. The ball goes to Murphy, and Murphy doesn't get too much because Collardo is there waiting for him right around the 6. And this is going to be a big 4th down play. It looks like Carroll might be going for a field goal with Rooks doing the kicking. Alan Henson, who's spotting for Carroll, was the punter. But he fractured a rib, and we're going to have a timeout called, apparently. A timeout is being called as Rooks is getting ready for a field goal attempt, and we'll be back. Trying a 23-yard field goal. The kick is up, and it is good. Carroll goes out in front of Dwenger by a score of 3-0 as Rooks connects on a 23-yard field goal. Carroll held the ball for 8 minutes and 32 seconds. Moving downfield and finally having to settle for the field goal. Well, Bishop Dwenger now will see the ball for the first time in the game as Rooks gets ready to kick off for the Chargers. Carcione is the middle man deep. Zimmerman is on this side. I think Hartzog is on the far side. He is. Carroll 3 and Dwenger nothing. Yuck's having some trouble teeing up the ball, apparently. Now we're set. Carroll with 5 first downs, 71 yards rushing, did not attempt to pass, and then Rooks kicks the 23-yard field goal. Here's a punt. It's bouncing around and finally picked up by Dwenger, by Todd Hartzog. He gets out to the 35-yard line and is brought down there, and the Saints will go into business for the first time on offense. Smelsley at quarterback, Fox the fullback, Ludwig the tailback, Carcione the flanker. 35-yard line, Dwenger's ball, 1st and 10, trailing Carroll 3-0 in first quarter action. We're at the Zellner Stadium, the 3A sectional championship game. They send Carcione in motion. It's pitched to Ludwig coming outside. He has 5, 10, and about 12 yards in the play on a first down. Buddy Huffaker from the safety position making the stop. It's a first down for Dwenger as Ludwig goes for 12. We're interested to see if Smelsley takes to the air much tonight. He hit 15 out of 19 against Tippecanoe Valley, plus a 2-point conversion. 1st and 10 from the 47. Carcione in motion again. And they go to the run. Straight ahead goes Ludwig, and this time he just gets across the 50. Todd Dunn from the linebacker spot making the stop for Carroll after a pickup of 4. About Carroll has just passed the midfield stride, but we'll say the Carroll 49. We're at 2nd down and 6. Carroll leading Bishop Dwenger by a score of 3-0. And we only have 2 minutes left in a very rapid first quarter. Again, it's Ludwig. He'll try to go outside. 50, 45. He's down to the 40-yard line on a first down. Rod Myers, the monster man, making the stop. So now Dwenger moving. 3 carries, good for almost 25 yards. They're just outside the 40-yard line where they have a first down and 10. But Dwenger trails in the ball game by a score of 3-0. Now Smelsley will throw for the first time. He throws it long, man open, complete. Down to the 15-yard line, it was Pelkington. 25-yard pickup in the play as Smelsley goes to the air to Pelkington, and the Saints have the ball at the Carroll 15-yard line, first down and 10 to go. So after Carroll held the ball for 8.5 minutes and kicked a field goal, now the Saints are coming right back. They have it just outside the Carroll 15-yard line, 1st and 10. As we're working down to the minute mark, here's Ludwig carrying, and he finds a lot of room right up the middle, and he is inside the 5-yard line before Myers can bring him down at the 4-yard line. That's a pickup of 11 yards and another first down. 1st and goal to go from the 4-yard line. Timeout on the field with 1 minute and a second left in the first quarter. Carroll ahead 3-0, but Dwenger threatening as we take this timeout. So from the 4, and it's Ludwig, and he's in for the touchdown. So Dwenger takes the lead now, 6-3. Each team scoring their first possession. Dwenger in now for the extra point. Tony Dembicki will attempt the extra point. Where Smeltsley holding. The kick is up, and it is good. Dembicki adding the extra point, and it's Dwenger 7 and Carroll 3 with 58 seconds left in the first quarter. Carroll took the kickoff, marked 71 yards, and then settled for the field goal by Rooks, a 23-yarder. Dwenger took the kickoff and moved 65 yards for the touchdown. Ludwig scoring from 4 yards out. That's where we are, 7-3 Dwenger. As Gray gets ready to kick off, Murphy is back deep along with John Parker for the Chargers. Fast first quarter. Carroll kept the ball on the ground exclusively. Dwenger only threw the one pass, and it is Murphy taking the kickoff. 20, 25, and get brought down right around the 27-yard line. Again, it was Gray who kicked off, getting downfield to make the tackle. Carroll with the ball at the 28-yard line, 1st down and 10. Fox, Dunn, Myers, and Murphy in the backfield. Murphy and Sheehan alternating at their position. And they give off to Dunn, the big fullback, and he cracks out across the 30, gets to the 31-yard line. Collardo makes a stop, and it's a 3-yard pickup for Dunn, the 200-pounder. 2nd down and 7. That might be the last play of the first quarter. Clock down now to 10 seconds. Now the Chargers are up to the line of scrimmage. They might get this play away. 5 seconds left as Fox looks over the situation. 2 seconds, 1 second. They get it away just in time, and they pick up about 5 or 6 in the play with Myers carrying out across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Pecoraro making the stop for Bishop Dwenger. The first quarter comes to an end with 3rd and 2 from their own 36-yard line as we start the second quarter here at the Zauner Stadium. And I don't think they got the first down with Myers carrying. I think Pat Jolie made the stop a yard short of the first down marker. It is going to be 4th down, but we're having an official's timeout for a measurement. They have the 4th down marker up anyway. Nick Gale is in at a tackle position. It is going to be 4th down. And here comes Sheehan with the play from the sidelines. And let's see what Ed Fox might pull here. Trailing just 7-3 in the ball game, but so far, Carroll has been able to move the ball along the ground, and they're going to go for it on 4th and less than a yard. So Ed Fox going all out here early in the ball game. And here the Dwenger crowd in the background. And they get the first down with Dunn carrying. Gun comes out across the 40. Jeff Woods makes the stop, but they still get the first down on the play. So the gamble pays off. It really wasn't that much of a gamble because had Carroll not been moving the ball, that would have been one thing. But the Chargers have been moving the ball rather freely against Dwenger. So it's 1st and 10, just outside the 40. Dwenger 7, Carroll 3. And it is Murphy. Murphy is nailed. John Sullivan, the defensive end, making the stop. No gain on the play, and it's 2nd down and 10. We're early in the second quarter. Carroll scored in their first possession, settling for a field goal. Dwenger scored in their first possession. Now this is Carroll's second possession. They held the ball 8.5 minutes, their first possession. And they go to Dunn again. The 200-pounder rocks forward for about 3. And Collardo again making the stop for Bishop Dwenger. It's going to be 3rd down and 7 for Carroll. Chilly evening at the Zollner Stadium. Carroll doesn't pass much, but if they do, this would probably be the down. Well, they're not going to, and here's a big loss for Murphy. Let's see who will cut through to make the stop. Manetti. Manetti, the monster man, cutting through all the way back to the 33-yard line. Fox will come in to do the punting now, as it's 4th and long. Here's the punt. It's a good one. Taken at the 30-yard line by Hartzog. And he comes out to the 37, maybe the 38-yard line. Dwenger takes over again as they stop Carroll on their second possession, so it's still 7-3 in favor of Bishop Dwenger, as the Saints will start from their 38-yard line, 1st down and 10. Little more than 9 minutes left in the first half. And they stay on the run with Ludwig, and a big haul as Ludwig comes out to midfield before he's brought down by Huffaker. 12-yard pickup on the play. That's the 5th first down for Dwenger. Carroll has 6. And the Saints have the ball right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Dwenger 7 and Carroll 3. Smeltsley looking over the defense. And they go Ludwig again off the right side, but this time he's stacked up after a 3-yard pickup, and Todd Dunn, one of the linebackers leading the Carroll defense, moves the ball to the 47-yard line where it's 2nd down and 7. Dwenger's only thrown once. That was the 25-yard completion, Smeltsley to Pelkington. They're about due to throw again. And here goes Smeltsley back to throw. He fires it long, and it's way over the intended receiver, who was Pelkington. They had Nelson split wide to the left, sent Pelkington, the tight end, down the right side, but Smeltsley's pass was way overthrown, and it's going to be 3rd down and 7. Injured Charger on the play. Comes Ed Fox, and some of his cohorts out to help the injured player, with 8 minutes and 8 seconds left in the first half of the ball game, and Dwenger leading 7-3. And Dwenger with the ball at the Carroll 47, 3rd and 7, as we take the injury timeout. 3rd and 7, Dwenger at the Carroll 47 is run away again. Smeltsley back to throw. He fires, and it is incomplete, intended for Nelson. Eric Stout was there to help break it up, and now Dwenger's going to have to punt. So on each possession, each team scored. First possession. Second possession, Roussel is in the punt. And back deep is Murphy. This is the stadium where we have a lot of fuse problems. I don't know if that punt was partially blocked or what, but it's not a very good punt. It rolls down to the 23-yard line where it rolls dead. And I don't know whether we had a blocked punt or not, or partially blocked. Carroll takes over again, 1st and 10.
That last punt was a line drive.
They'll start from their own 24-yard line. They're saying over the PA system it was a line drive punt. But Carroll takes over at their own 24, trailing Dwenger 7-3. And here is Fox throwing. Almost picked off. Tony Pecoraro was in there. Eric Stout was the intended receiver, and Pecoraro almost picked it off. That's the first time a Carroll's gone to the air. Ball goes back to the 24, and it's 2nd down and 10. We're in the 2nd quarter. Here is Fox and a keeper trying to go outside. He is nailed by Fia Cable. Well, that play was working well early in the ball game, but it seems like Dwenger is trying to catch up to it now, and that's a yard loss. As Fox is brought down at the 23-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 11. Dwenger 7 and Carroll 3. Game started out high offensively. Now it's settling down into something of a defensive battle. 3rd and 11. And here is Fox being chased and brought down again. This time by Pelkington, all the way back to the 10-yard line. That's a 13-yard loss. As Pelkington came roaring through. And it's back to the 10-yard line, where Fox will have to punt from his own end zone now. Zimmerman and Hartzog are back for Bishop Dwenger. Here's the punt, and it is blocked. It's blocked and recovered in the end zone for a touchdown by Sullivan. Fox's punt is blocked. Sullivan is the one who blocked the punt. We're not sure who recovered it, but it's a touchdown for Dwenger, and it's 13-3. Manetti gets the touchdown. So Dembicki in for the extra point. The kick is up, and it's a line drive kick that is good. I don't know how it made it through, but it did. Dembicki's extra point is good, and it's Dwenger 14, Carroll 3, and we'll be taken at about the 16-yard line by Murphy, trying to come outside. There's 30, 35, and is finally driven out of bounds right around the 38-yard line by Steve Henry. So the blocked punt by Sullivan, recovered by Manetti, and then Dembicki's extra point, giving Dwenger breathing room now at 14-3. And Carroll will start from their own 39-yard line. And right now we're halfway through the first half, or second quarter, I should say. Real fast ball game so far. Carroll stays with the run with Brian Murphy. Murphy straight ahead. That's perhaps 3. Several Bishop Dwenger players. McNeil is involved. Fia Cable is involved as the ball will be marked at the 43-yard line, and a pickup of 4 yards in the play. 2nd and 6 for the Chargers, with Dwenger leading 14-3. They stay in the ground, and here is Sheehan really nailed. Jeff Woods came roaring in to get Sheehan back at the 41-yard line, a loss of 2. It's going to be third down now, and 8 yards to go for a first down. It's going to look like Dwenger has solved the Carroll wishbone now. The first possession, Carroll moved down the field freely. But since that time, the Chargers have had their problems on offense. And this is the 3rd and 8 as Fox goes back to throw, something he rarely does. He gets it away, and it is incomplete, intended for Rod Myers. And Carroll will be forced to punt on a 4th down play. They just had a punt blocked by Sullivan, recovered by Minetti for a touchdown. Zimmerman is back, along with Chris Nelson. There's the kick. He hurriedly gets it away, and it's a pretty good one. About the 26-yard line by Chris Nelson, and he is hit hard at the 30. There's also a flag down, and this is the first flag of the game. We have played all the way through the first quarter until 4 minutes and 17 seconds remaining in the half before we see the first flag. It'll go against Dwenger and will be a 15-yarder, I'm sure. Which will back the Saints up to their 15-yard line. This officiating crew is from the South Bend area. Bob Kenya of Osceola and John Gasson-Smith of South Bend, Bob Reed of South Bend, Bill Sarukas, Art Deek of South Bend. Osceola, you might as well say South Bend, is just outside of Mishawaka. The ball all the way back to the 15-yard line where it's 1st and 10 for Dwenger. With a little more than 4 minutes left in the first half. And they give it to Ludwig going outside. And he only gets a yard or so. Rod Myers, the monster man, trailing him out to make the stop after a pickup of 1. Carroll has outcharged Dwenger 68-56 in the rushing. In the passing, it's 25-0. In fact, it's 81-68 Dwenger in total yardage. So as you can see, neither team is racking up a tremendous amount of yardage here in the first half. 2nd and 9 from the 16. Smeltsley has Carcione in motion. They pitch it to Ludwig, trying the left side. He's at the 20, 25, out of bounds at the 26 by Todd Dunn, but it's first down. Ludwig carries the ball out to the 26-yard line, which is the first down. Wait, we have another flag down. We have a flag at the 20-yard line. So nullify the first down. And they're going to march it off from the 20. That will probably take it back to the 10. And does. So it's not a first down. Holding is an illegal block, I guess, is the signal that they're giving. Anyway, the ball is back at the 10-yard line, and it's 2nd down and about 15 for a first down.
2nd and 14.
Carcione in motion. Smeltsley will throw. It's out in the flat to Carcione, and he does not get much out of it. Todd Dunn, the linebacker, is waiting for him, and it's pickup. It was Chris Nelson, not Carcione. They only get about 3 yards in the play. And throwing in dangerous territory deep in their own end of the field. The ball out to the 13-yard line. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 12. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the first half. Smeltsley back to throw. And he fires long, and it is batted down. The intended receiver was Chris Nelson, and Matt Freck bats it down. So now Dwenger will have to punt. Smeltsley is only 2 out of 5 so far. Roussel comes in to punt for Bishop Dwenger with 2.5 minutes left in the first half of the ball game. Dwenger 14 and Carroll 3. Brian Murphy is back. And Freck is the other one. Here's the punt by Roussel, and it's a bad one. Just a little line drive. It's only rolling out to about the 47 or 8 yard line. That's 2 bad punts in a row by Roussel. He hasn't got either one of them up in the air. And Carroll will take over in pretty good field position at the Dwenger 44 yard line. And they still have 2 minutes and 21 seconds to operate here in the first half. Fox gives off to Murphy, and Murphy backs down to about the 41 yard line at the most. Picks up 3 on the play. Second down and 7 to go at the Dwenger 41 yard line. Carroll not only has to fight Dwenger, but the clock as well now. And they have 2 timeouts left. Fox giving off to Dunn, and Dunn doesn't find much room as he gets to the 40 yard line, which is a pickup of 1. It'll be 3rd down and 7. Gale and Theocable in on the stop. Meanwhile, the clock is down to 1 minute and 21 seconds in what has been an extremely fast first half. 14 to 3, Bishop Dwenger. 3rd and 7 for the Chargers. Fox goes back to throw. It's a draw play. Doesn't work. Myers is nailed by Pelkington out at the 45 yard line. And that brings up a 4th down play. 50 seconds left in the half, and let's see what Carroll is going to do. I think they're going to try to run the clock down if they can, as far as they can. Now here comes another unit onto the field as Fox goes back to punt. Clock is down now to 30 seconds left in the first half. And Fox gets the kick away, and it's a good one. Dwenger will just let it go, and it goes out of bounds inside the, well, it's going to be right at the 10 yard line. We have 20 seconds left in the first half as Dwenger has 1st and 10 at their own 10 yard line. And Dwenger ahead 14 to 3. Quickly some stats. We show Carroll with 6 first downs and Dwenger with 5. Rushing, Carroll was 67 yards and Dwenger was 66. Through the air, Carroll none for 2. Dwenger 2 for 5 for 28 yards. Rooks a 23-yard field goal for Carroll. Ludwig a 4-yard touchdown run. Dembicki the extra point for Dwenger. Sullivan blocking a punt. Manetti recovering in the end zone for a touchdown. Dembicki the extra point. That's the way it's gone. And here is Ludwig carrying out to the 20-yard line. He picks up 10 on the play. He's brought down by Scott Freck. And it's a 1st down on the play, and Dwenger is going to call a timeout with 14 seconds left in the half. We only have 14 seconds remaining as the Saints call a timeout. They want to get another play or 2 underway if they possibly can as they move the ball outside the 20-yard line, and that's their 6th first down, so each team has 6 now. The big play so far was the block punt by Sullivan with Manetti recovering for a touchdown. That turned a 7-3 game into a 14-3 game. So Dwenger takes the timeout. We told you at the start of the broadcast, the Dwenger-Carroll winner will play the Northwood-New Prairie winner in the regional next week. Fort Wayne and Allen County with a lot of teams playing in sectional championship games. The Summit Athletic Conference with 5 alone. Carroll is from the ACAC. Now here we go with 14 seconds left in the half. Dwenger could conceivably call another timeout right after this play. Smeltsley back to throw. And here is a pass and then a lateral to Ludwig. And Ludwig down the sidelines. Comes all the way out to the 43-yard line before he's brought down by Myers. A pickup on the play of 23 yards. It went from Smeltsley to Nelson. Nelson lateral to Ludwig. And Ludwig carried the ball out to the 43-yard line, and Dwenger is calling the timeout with 6 seconds left in the half. But with Smeltsley throwing the ball, almost any distance is possible. So the Saints are calling another timeout. There'll probably just be one more play this half. I think this has to rank as the fastest first half we've had in any ball game this season. Difference being that Dwenger's only thrown 6 times and Carroll has only thrown twice, and the rest of the time the game's been on the ground. There's Andy Johns walking back over to the Dwenger bench after telling his team what he wants them to do in the final 6 seconds of the half as they have the ball at their own 43-yard line. Look for Chris Nelson downfield. Here's Smeltsley back to throw. And it is to Pelkington. Pelkington will be brought down, though, at about the 41-yard line by Myers. The half comes to an end. It goes as a completed pass to the Carroll 41-yard line, but the half ends 14-3. Dwenger out in front of Carroll, and we'll be back with the second half kickoff. With Rooks kicking off to the 10-yard line, where the ball is grabbed by Hartzog, fumbles it, picks it up, and only gets it out to about the 22-yard line before he's nailed. Dwenger leading 14-3 as we start the second half at the Zellner Stadium. Talking to the people out in the stands during the halftime, telling us how chilly it is and how windy it is. It's not exactly warm in the press box. This is the only unheated press box in the city. But at least we're not bothered by the wind. First and 10 Dwenger from the 22. And it goes to Ludwig. Ludwig comes straight ahead for 5, and Sean Barkley, the defensive tackle, makes a stop. It's a pickup of 6.
Ludwig carries, picks up about 5, second and 5.
The ball out at about the 28-yard line.
Barkley made the stop for the Chargers. The ball's out on the 30.
Second down and 4 to go. And again, it's Ludwig. He has a first down and some more. Scott Freck drags him down, but not until he gets out to the 24-yard line. 34-yard line, and it's first down and 10 Dwenger, their 7th first down. The Saints leading Carroll by a score of 14-3 as we play here early in the second half at the Zellner Stadium. First and 10 Carroll at their, or first and 10 Dwenger at their own 34. Smeltsley will throw right over the middle, and it's batted up in the air and incomplete. Intended for Pelkington, but it was batted up in the air, but nobody could grab it. I think Chris Bell got a hand in there. So Smeltsley is now 4 out of 8, which is below his average. And a couple of those completions came late in the first half and were rather meaningless, including one on the last play of the half. They stay in the ground with Ludwig this time, and he is hit and hit hard after a pickup of a yard. I think Dave Okeson, the defensive end, was the first player in there. And he's hit right at the 35-yard line, a pickup of just 1 on the play, and it's going to be third down. 3rd and 9. Matt Quinn is in the defensive end. It's going to be 3rd and 9. And Smeltzley back to throw, and he has a man open. It's Pelkington, and Pelkington down the sidelines into Carroll territory, where he's knocked out of bounds around the 42-yard line by Huffaker. The ball will be marked at the 41-yard line. 24-yard pickup in the play, and Smeltzley now has 91 yards through the air, and the Saints have a first down at the Carroll 41. They'll pitch it back to Ludwig. He'll cut back and breaks a tackle. Now he has a big hole and could go all the way, and he will. He was stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Ludwig was stopped right at the line of scrimmage and broke that tackle. After he did that, there was an avenue all the way to the end zone. And it's 20-3 Bishop Dwenger. Debicki will come in for the extra point. Saints take the second half kickoff and move downfield to score. Capped by Ludwig's run. Debicki's extra point is up, and it is through. So it's Dwenger 21, Carroll 3, and we'll be back for the kickoff. Mark Gray will kick off. Murphy and Parker back deep for Carroll. Kickoff coming to this side of the field and out of bounds, and it's going to cost the Saints 5 yards, and we'll have to do it over again. Bishop Dwenger 21 and Carroll 3. The winner of this game plays the New Prairie Northwood winner in the regional next week. Snyder is also involved in sectional championship play. That's in 5A. South and Wayne are playing each other in 4A. Bishop Lewis is in 2A championship play. And Gray gets ready to kick off from the 35-yard line. Still Parker and Murphy back deep, and here we go. This will be fielded at the 18-yard line by Murphy. And Murphy is out to the 35, about the 37. Kevin Bird with the tackle for Bishop Dwenger. Well, let's see what strategy the Chargers use now, as they have their first offensive possession of the second half and needing 3 scores to get the lead. 21-3. Carroll has been a running team, except for 2 passing attempts by Jim Fox. And Fox goes back to throw, and he gets it away, and it's complete. Out to about the 50-yard line to Todd Dunn, the fullback. Dunn coming out of the backfield. That's the first completion for Carroll, and it's good for 13 yards and a first down. The ball just short of the 50-yard line. First and 10 for the Chargers.
First and down for the Chargers.
Now they stay with the run this time, and Dunn is brought down after a gain of 1 yard in the play. Moves the ball just past the midfield stripe into Dwenger territory. Matt Peters and Steve Fiacable making the stop for the Saints. Now we have an official's timeout for some reason. Now here we go. Second down and 9. Carroll at the 49-yard line in Dwenger territory. And Fox keeps it. He gets a yard at the most, as he's met by Pete Titman. Early in the ball game, it appeared that Carroll's wishbone was causing Dwenger all kinds of problems, especially in Carroll's first possession when they moved downfield and kicked the field goal. But since that time, Carroll's had difficulties advancing the ball against the Saints. They now have a 3rd and about 8. Third quarter action at the Zollner Stadium. And Fox goes back to throw. Has a lot of time, throws out in the flat, and it is, Lul, I believe, complete to Sheehan. It is, but it's going to be short of the first down. Sheehan makes the reception, but he was short of the first down marker. It's going to be about a yard and a half short of the first down, and I'm sure that they're going to go for it. Fourth down and about a yard and a half. And the Chargers will go for it. They have the ball in Dwenger territory. Dwenger putting 9 men up in the line of scrimmage. Flags go down, and Dwenger will be penalized, and Carroll will get a first down. At least that's the way we think it's going to go. It is. The penalty is against Dwenger, and so Carroll gets a first down at the 36-yard line. First and 10, Carroll at the Dwenger 36. And Fred Tone is not very happy about his defense jumping offside. So Fred there on the monitor for just a moment. There is a running play with Jim Fox, and that's nothing. In fact, it's a loss in the play. I beg your pardon, it's a pickup of 2 yards in the play. Sir, he started at 36, he got to the 34. And Jolie made the stop. So it's a gain of 2, second down and 8 at the Dwenger 34. Dwenger leading Carroll 21-3. Fox quarterbacking, and the handoff goes to Murphy. Murphy sneaks off the left side, and he gets about 2 more. That moves the ball down to the 31-yard line. Going to be 3rd down and 5 for the Chargers. We're past the midpoint of the 3rd quarter. 5 minutes and 38 seconds left in the period. 3rd and 5, Carroll. But they're in 4-down territory. They still have 2 downs to get the 5 yards. Fox falls down, but he doesn't touch his knee to the ground, but then he is nailed for a big loss. Coming through was Pelkington. Looked like Fox lost his balance as he started back, but his knee didn't touch the ground, but Pelkington came roaring through and nails him all the way back at the 44-yard line. A loss of 13 yards on the play, and Fox will be punting for Carroll. Gets it away. Fielded at the 10-yard line by Henry, and Henry only gets to about the 12. So not much of a run back for Steve Henry of just 2 yards. It was Chris Nelson running it back, not Henry. Chris Nelson running it back. So Dwenger will start from their own 12-yard line, 1st down and 10. Leading Carroll 21-3 as we play in the 3rd quarter with 4 minutes and 40 seconds left in the period. Here is Ludwig carrying. Ludwig out across the 15 to the 16. Rod Myers, Carroll's monster man, making the stop as Ludwig picks up 4 on the play. 2nd down and 6. The big play of the game was the block punt that resulted in a Dwenger touchdown. Turned a 7-3 game into a 14-3 game and gave Dwenger control of the situation. Ludwig trying to go outside, and he will not make it. He's brought down by Eric Stout for no gain on the play, and it's going to be third down and 6 yards to go. Matt Hatfield going in for Dwenger, I think taking the play in. 3rd and 6 at the 16-yard line. Chris Nelson split right to the left. Carcione in motion. Smelsley back to throw. Flag down. Pass complete to Carcione. Out of bounds for a first down. Rather, it was a Pelkington, but there's a flag down. Pelkington was the receiver, but let's see what the flag's all about. I think the play will be called back because of illegal procedure. 3 minutes, 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Dwenger ahead 21-3 as they march off 5 yards against Dwenger back to the 11-yard line. And they'll make it third down on the 11. Illegal procedure, 5-yard penalty. They say the 6 over the PA system, but the ball is on the 11. Where it's going to be third down and 11. The series started at 12. Smelsley will throw, and he is going to be nailed. There's a fumble, and it's back in the end zone. I don't know if this is going to be a touchdown or a safety, or if they rule he was just outside the end zone. No signal from anywhere. It's a safety for Carroll. Scott Freck comes through. He'll get credit for the tackle of Smelsley, and now it's a 21-5 ball game. Safety against Smelsley. Scott Freck getting credit for it. And it's Dwenger 21 and Carroll 5. And Dwenger, of course, will have to punt it away to the Chargers. With 3 minutes and 1 second left in the third quarter. And it's Murphy and Parker back deep for Carroll. I think that's the first safety we've seen this year. And we're in our 11th ball game. Mark Gray will boot it from the 20-yard line.
Mark Gray will kick off as roughly.
21-5 now in favor of Dwenger.
Murphy and Parker back.
Kick is going to be short. Fielded at the 45, to the 50, to the 45, and down to the Dwenger 41-yard line, and I don't know who was running it back. The kick was real short. Kevin Bird made the stop for Dwenger. But I don't know who ran it back for Carroll, but they get the ball all the way back to the Dwenger 41-yard line. The kickoff was very short. 1st and 10 now for the Chargers. And Fox gives off to Murphy, and Murphy runs into a whole host of trouble after a pickup of a yard. Part of the trouble was Matt Peters. 2nd and 9 for the Chargers. If the Chargers could get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, they could make this thing very interesting. They'd only be a touchdown and a 2-point conversion behind. 21-5. Fox keeping it. 40, 35-yard line. Fox getting it down to first down territory before Thea Cable can bring him down. That's a first down for Carroll, their 9th of the game. And they have the ball at the 30-yard line. Carroll's ball at Dwenger's 30, 1st and 10. 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Dwenger 21 and Carroll 5. They keep it on the ground, and Fox has it again. Gets about 4 yards to the 26-yard line. Pat Julie will get credit for this stop, as the Chargers are moving the ball on the ground again. Seems like the safety has perked them up a little bit. 2nd and 6. They have the ball to Dwenger 26. As we're moving into the late stages of the third quarter. Carroll still content to keep it on the ground. That's the kind of team there. Here's a ball flipped back to Myers. He can't handle it, and he is nailed for a loss. We'll also move all the way back to the 34-yard line as John Sullivan came roaring through. Myers taking the pitch back from Fox, couldn't handle it. And it's a loss of 8 yards in the play out to the 34-yard line. Brings up a 3rd and long situation, 3rd and 14. We only have 30 seconds left in the third quarter. We have this 3rd and long play for Carroll, 14 to be exact. And Fox will go back to throw. And it's a screen, and it's complete. I think they're going to get the first down out of this. They might get more. They do. They get a touchdown. Todd Dunn. Now it's 21-11. Dunn taking the pass from Fox, and it's a 34-yard touchdown run, or combination pass and run, and now it's 3 out of 5 for Fox for 54 yards. And timeout is going to be called by Carroll because I think there's some confusion whether they wanted to go for the 1 point or for the 2. The score is 21-11 with only 9 seconds left in the third quarter, and we'll be back.
Significant difference.
Carroll lining up for a 2-point conversion attempt. Fox going back to throw. Throws it out in the flat, and it is complete. Let's see if he went in or not. He did not. He did not get in for the 2-point conversion, so the score stays 21-11 in favor of Bishop Dwenger, and Carroll will be kicking off with 9 seconds left in the quarter. Chris Rooks will be kicking off. Well, Carroll coming back with a safety and a touchdown here in the late stages of the third quarter. That was a 21-3 ball game, is now a 21-11 ball game. And Rooks teeing it up for Carroll. Carcione and Hartzog and Zimmerman are back for Dwenger as normal, with Carcione in the middle. Here we go. And the kickoff will be fielded by Carcione at the 11. He's out to the 20, 25, 30, 30. Hey, he's got a big haul. He's at the 50, and he is still on his feet and finally brought down at the Carroll 29-yard line. Carcione returned a kickoff against Tippecanoe Valley, 80 yards for a touchdown, and he almost took this one 89 yards. He is finally brought down at the 29-yard line in Carroll territory by Huffaker, and that play ended the third quarter with the score 21-11 in favor of Bishop Dwenger. The ball at the Carroll 29 as we start the fourth quarter, and Smelsley back to throw, man open, and touchdown. Pelkington, and it's 27-11. Smelsley floats one into the end zone for Pelkington. So if Carroll was mounting a comeback, Dwenger quickly stops that with the long run back at the kickoff by Carcione, and then on the first play, the touchdown pass of 29 yards. Dembicki for the extra point. Kick is up. Kick is good, and it's 28-11 in favor of Bishop Dwenger as we're just underway with the fourth quarter here at the Zauner Stadium. 6 seconds into the fourth quarter comes the Smelsley to Pelkington pass play. Last week, Smelsley's favorite target was Chris Nelson. This week, he's going to Pelkington more, the big tight end. And Gray gets ready to kick off while Parker and Murphy are deep. Nick Brost, our Bishop Dwenger spotter, and Alan Henson, our Carroll spotter. (28-11) in favor of Dwenger, and here is Gray with the kickoff. It'll be fielded at about the 10-yard line by Murphy. And Murphy finding a big opening. He's out to the 45, 50, and he's going to go all the way. Murphy is going for a touchdown for Carroll. 28-17. (87 yards for Murphy. And now it's 28-17. Well, we're seeing long run backs at kickoff. Carcione did it for Dwenger just a moment ago. Now Murphy goes all the way. Carcione did not. He was stopped at 29. Here's the extra point attempt. And it is good by Rooks, and so the score is 28-18.
Hello everyone, my name is Mike Scudder. The name Scudder has been associated with Fort Wayne Amateur Sports for a number of years. Now the name Scudder is associated with another business since I'm the owner of the State Grill, just off of Crescent, across from Nick's Rib Room. I invite you all to stop in after the game for a delicious snack and your favorite refreshment. In fact, stop in anytime and discuss football at the State Grill, 1210 East State. Thank you.
Chris Rooks kicking off for Carroll. And Carcione takes it at the 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and out to the 43-yard line. The officials are going to mark it at the 41. Carcione is brought down after a run back of 31 yards by Walt Lehman. So Dwenger has it 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line. Dwenger 28 and Carroll 18. We had 2 touchdowns scored in 14 seconds. Ludwig straight ahead, still on his feet. It's almost to midfield. Sean Barkley will get credit for the stop after a pickup of 8 yards by Ludwig. Dwenger now has 142 yards rushing and Carroll 67. Dwenger has 120 yards passing and Carroll 54. So that's 262 to 131. The ball game's a lot closer. Inside handoff to Pelkington, and he has a lot of room and is finally tripped up at the 35-yard line by Matt Freck. It's a first down to the 35-yard line. As the Saints come roaring back, ball's outside the 35. We'll call it the 36. First down and 10. Dwenger ahead by 10, 28-18. Arcioni in motion. And the ball pitched to Ludwig, fouled his blockers, cuts back in, and he gets about 2, maybe 3 on the play.
Picks up about 3 yards, 2nd and 7. Around his own right side.
The ball is placed down at the 33-yard line. We'll call it a pickup of 2 on the play and make it 2nd down and 8. Stallhut, Brad Stallhut made the stop for Carroll, and the clock continues to run. We're underneath the 10-minute mark. Dwenger 28 and Carroll 18. 2nd down and 8 at the 33. Pitch to Ludwig, and here's Arcioni now, and he gets about 5. The reverse, Brad Stallhut again comes up to make the stop. It's going to be 3rd down and about 2 for Bishop Dwenger. It's the ball is at the 28-yard line in Carroll territory. Dwenger is content now to keep it on the ground. They're moving the ball, and of course they're moving the clock as well. 3rd down and 2. A lot of time left, though, and here is Ludwig for the first down, and more. He cuts outside 20. He's at the 10 and is finally driven out of bounds right about the 10-yard line. Eric Stout pushing him out of bounds, but it's going to be a first down for Dwenger.
Marked at about the 10-yard line.
First and...
They're not moving the line down.
Well, it's going to be 1st and goal to go. I don't think Dwenger would have to score. They cannot get another first down. It's 1st and goal to go from the 10. Mostly looking over the situation. And it's Ludwig. Ludwig plowing to the 5. That's inside the 5. Chris Bell, from his defensive tackle position, makes a stop right at the 5-yard line. And we have a Bishop Dwenger player injured. A Dwenger player is injured right at the 5-yard line. I don't know if it's Ludwig or not. Ludwig has been plagued by injuries all season. We're not saying it is Ludwig, but he was the ball carrier. And he's being the injured player is being attended to. We have 8 minutes and 42 seconds left as the injured Dwenger player is being attended to. The Saints have a 2nd down and 5. We're still waiting to check on the identity of the injured player. That's not Ludwig, it is Matt Buckley. Matt Buckley, the left guard, is the injured player, and he's coming off the field. So we're about set to resume action with 2nd down and goal to go at the 5-yard line. The winner of this game goes against either Northwood or New Prairie next week. Here we go, 2nd and goal. The ball at the 5-yard line. Smeltley to Ludwig, trying to find running room, fumbles the ball, and it's recovered. Carroll says they've got it at the 6-yard line. They do. Carroll recovers at the 6-yard line. Sean Barkley makes the recovery. First down and 10 for the Chargers as they recover Ludwig's fumble at the 6-yard line. And the score stays 28-18. Dwenger leading by the 10 as the Chargers go back on the attack. Starting from deep in their own territory. Fox will keep it, trying to circle the left end, 10, and out to almost the 15-yard line. Fox carries to the 13-yard line, which is a gain of 7. Second down and 3 for the Chargers. The Chargers have hit 3 out of 5 through the air for 54 yards, and they have scored one of their touchdowns on a pass. But still, their main game is their running game. Second down and 3. About the 13. And this time it is Sheehan, and Sheehan has a first down, and there's a flag on the play. He comes out to the 18-yard line, which is a first down. No, it's a holding penalty. It's not a first down. So hold the call as Carroll will be penalized for holding. That'll nullify the first down and put them back deep in their own territory again. Dwenger 28, Carroll 18 with 7:18 left in the game. And the ball goes back to the 8-yard line. It's going to be second down and 8. Second and 8 for Carroll as the Chargers almost have to score on this possession to have any hopes of winning, because they're 2 scores behind, and we're in the fourth quarter. Second and 8 from the 8. And Fox will pitch it back to Murphy, trying to circle the right end and cut back in, and there's not much there for him. He gets to the 10-yard line is all. That will make third down and 6 to go. Pecoraro and Jason Garrett combining to make the stop for Dwenger. Third down and 6 at the 10-yard line. And the clock continuing to run as we're approaching the midpoint of the fourth quarter. This is a key down for Carroll. And here is an inside handoff to Myers, and that's nothing. Myers is brought down at the 10-yard line, and now Carroll will have to punt it away. And we're underneath the midpoint of the fourth quarter. We're at 5 minutes and 52 seconds as Carroll will have to turn the ball over to Dwenger on this punt as Fox is back to punt. Flags go down. Fox went ahead and punted the ball. The rest of the players stopped. Let's see what this call is going to be. Bishop Dwenger was offside, but that's still not enough to give Carroll a first down. It'd be a yard short. Bishop Dwenger was offside. It's a 5-yard penalty out to the 15-yard line that Carroll has to get to the 16, but that might change Ed Fox's strategy. It does. He's going to go for it now. Instead of 4th and 6, it's going to be 4th and 1. And Carroll does need the football. Trailing 28-18. It's about a yard to a yard and a half short of a first down. Dwenger, a lot of players up at the line of scrimmage, and let's see if they got it or not. The Dwenger players are saying they did not. the Saints will take over as they did not get the first down. Carroll gambled and did not get it. I don't know who the ball carrier was. Rod Myers. But he only got about a foot, so Dwenger will take over just outside the 15-yard line. And right now we have 5 minutes left in the ball game. Ludwig straight ahead, and he is inside the 10. Dives to about the 8. Scott Frick pins him down there. So Dwenger just about to ice it. They have 2nd down and 3. 2nd and 3 with 4.5 minutes left now. So the Saints can pad their lead as well as use up some of the clock here. Again, they go to Ludwig, and Ludwig straight ahead for the first down, but he's not. Yes, he's in for the touchdown. I didn't think he was in, and then all of a sudden there's signal from the officials, and it's 34-18. Ludwig scores, and that is his 3rd touchdown, and it's 34-18 as Denbicky is in for the extra point with 4 minutes and 12 seconds left. Kick by Denbicky is up. It is good, and it's Bishop Dwenger 35, Carroll 18. Here's Gray bouncing the kickoff downfield, and Carroll will have to fall on the ball. Gene Listenberger couldn't find the handle and had to fall on the ball at the 29-yard line. The Chargers will start from the 29 with 1st down and 10, and the score now 35-18. Clock is running, and we have right now exactly 4 minutes left in the game here at the Zauner Stadium. Dwenger wrapping up their sectional championship in 3A. Moving on to regional competition against either Northwood or New Prairie. Fox goes back to throw. Being chased, fires it downfield, and it's incomplete. It was intended for Eric Stout, but he couldn't catch up with it. That's 3 out of 6 now for Fox. Second and 10 from the 29. Alan Henson has spotted the Chargers for us in this ball game, and Nick Gross, the Bishop Dwenger Saints. Now some of the fans on this chilly evening are heading for the exits here at the stadium. Fox goes back to throw again, but it's a draw play, and I don't think it's going to work, and it doesn't. It was Rod Myers carrying the ball, and he winds up with a loss in the play back to the 24-yard line. That's a loss of 5. Carroll had 71 yards after their first offensive surge. They're still at 71 yards rushing. So since the first offensive series, the Chargers have not done much except for the 87-yard kickoff return, and there was a 34-yard touchdown pass from Fox to Dunn. Flags go down as Fox goes back to throw, and it is, I don't know whether it's ruled complete or not. They're stopping the clock. It is complete, but there's also been a flag on the play. Ball is completed out to the 42-yard line. Penalty is against Carroll, so nullify it. Huffaker is in the backfield for Carroll. The penalty goes against Carroll, so nullify the last play. And they're being penalized back to the 20-yard line, I believe, or 15. 19 is where they put it. The 19-yard line.
3rd and 20.
The ball, Carroll's possession, our own 19-yard line as we wind this one down at the stadium. .225 showing on the clock.
Of the sectional trophy.
Fox rolling out to the right, being chased, gets away, and runs down the sidelines, now cuts back, and gets out across the 30-yard line. Fox running the ball close to the 35-yard line before Fia Cable is able to catch up with him.
And Peter. And it'll be about
Clock at the 2-minute mark, and it's still going to be short of a first down, though. It's going to be 4th and about 4. 35-18, Bishop Dwenger. This is the first time that Carroll has ever played in a championship game football-wise. And Asta Stout is out to the 49-yard line. Holstead makes the stop, but it's going to be a first down. Out to the 49-yard line, and that is the 10th first down for Carroll in the ball game. Each team with 10 first downs. Clock running. 1st and 10 from the 49. Fox back to throw. Goes to this side of the field and is out of bounds. It's intended for Myers, but it was too long and out of bounds, and it's 2nd and 10.
1:16 left. Don't forget, there'll be a presentation after the
1
game.
minute and 16 seconds left in the ball game.
Sectional trophy to the winning team.
Carroll going to the air here in the late stages, trying to put another score on the board against the Saints, who are moving to their 10th victory of the season against a single setback, which came at the hands of Northside. Fox will throw again. Throws it long, down the middle, and it is caught. Caught by Myers down at the 15-yard line.
The pass was covered by Halstead, but the pass was complete.
That's 103 yards through the air now for Fox as the Chargers have a 1st and 10 at the Saints' 15-yard line. First and 10 down at the 15. Fox throws it out of bounds. It was behind Eric Stout.
1 minute left. Incomplete
2nd down and
pass,
10 out at the 15-yard line.
10.
Just got a quick glimpse of Andy Johns. He is down here along with our Scott Kopecky, who's handling our field cameras. It's about 10 yards away from him. 2nd down and 10. The ball to 15-yard line. Fox will throw it into the end zone and out of the end zone.
Pass was out of the end zone.
Incomplete. Out of the end zone, so 53 seconds left. Eric Stout was the intended receiver. There you see the story. 53 seconds left. 3rd and 10. 35-18. Bishop Dwenger leading Carroll. Fox will have 2 more whacks at it. Unless they should get a first down. This is the 3rd down play coming up now. And a quick pass is incomplete. It looked like Quinn had it, but then he was hit by Kevin Bird. Jesse caught the ball and it pops away. So that brings up a 4th down play for Carroll at the 15-yard line.
14-13 in the 3rd quarter.
35-18.
Correction, 13-12.
4th down play for the Saints. or rather for the Chargers. When the Saints take over, they'll just run out the clock unless Carroll connects on this play, and Fox has to roll out to the right. Now he finally gets rid of it, and it's incomplete as the pass is into the ground intended for Quinn. And that means that Dwenger will take over with 41 seconds left. Dwenger will just fall on the ball and let the seconds tick away. No gain on that play. Down to 30 seconds. And the clock running. There is no percentage in either team stopping the clock. Saints up to the line of scrimmage for the last time in this game. And again, they just fall on the ball, and that will do it. We're down to 5 seconds. 4, 3. Dwenger fans counting out the seconds. The ball game is over, and Bishop Dwenger has defeated Carroll by a score of 35-18 to win the sectional championship and stay alive in the Indiana playoff system. Dwenger winds up with a 10-1 record as they move into the regional. Carroll's final record is 6-5, 35-18. Dwenger over Carroll, and this is Len Davis saying so long for now.
Be tuned next week at this time for the SAC Football Game of the Week.